7 Sure Ways to Migrate to Canada from Anywhere. Hello, welcome to Helrine Ideas Spot. In this video we would discuss with you on the 7 proven ways to migrate to Canada. In recent time, Canada is ranked as the #1 country in the world with the best quality of life based on the recent survey in the US News & World Report. Millions of people around the globe are migrating to Canada every year in search of a greener pasture. Availability of jobs for immigrants in Canada is also another factor that is attracting people to leave their countries for the North American country. If you have always wanted to migrate to Canada but you don't have a clue on how to, follow this video religiously to get yourself informed. The easiest ways to migrate to Canada will be discussed and we'll show you exactly how to move. 1. Study permit. If you're looking for some of the best schools in the world, you can find them in Canada. People travel to Canada to get a quality education. You can use this option to migrate to Canada. Usually, you'd be given a study visa to come to study in Canada, but most times, you'll be required to live and work in Canada while studying. If you can get a long-term permanent job, it'll help you apply for your permanent residency (PR) after your program. 2. Visitor visa. Another way you can move to Canada is by visiting Canada using the visitor visa. As much as you can't find a job with this type of visa or even allowed to work, you can network and chat with people in your industry. You can't say you are coming to Canada to look for a job when asked by an immigration officer at the border of your purpose to Canada. You sure have to lie about it. After all, you're here to sightsee and enjoy your vacation in Canada. Have fun, meet people and have a nice time in Canada while networking and connecting with people who can offer you a job to come back to Canada after the expiration of your stay. 3. Spousal sponsorship. This is also a legitimate way of migrating to Canada. In this case, you can migrate by getting married to someone with Canadian citizenship. A lot of people are taking advantage of this option to migrate. However, the penalties are tough if you're caught faking it or even trying to fake it. Usually, the Canadian immigration will look closely at you and your spouse for 2 full years before signing off the papers to authenticate the marriage. The conditions are pretty simple. You may marry your partner in your country of citizenship or in any other country except for Canada and afterward receive an overseas sponsorship. You can also travel to Canada with a visitor visa, then tie the knot there and then request for inland sponsorship. 4. Start a business. Another way you can come to Canada is to start a business in Canada. Canada is recruiting entrepreneurs to start businesses that create jobs for Canadians and can compete on a global scale. So if you have the funds to start up a business in Canada, this may just be the easiest way to move to Canada. Canada has a very good business-friendly environment to establish a business. 5. Trade agreements. If you work with a company that has an arm in Canada or your company have a contract with a Canadian company, you can simply request for a transfer to a branch in Canada. It is that easy, but of course, there must be a link between your company and Canada or a Canadian company. Trade agreements between Canada and some other countries allow for intra-company transfers, but you have to be from some countries such as Chile, Jordan, Peru, Colombia, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Costa Rica, Mexico, United States of America, Iceland, Norway, Israel, or Panama to be able to take advantage of this option. But this option is also a tricky one. For this option to work, you will need a labor market impact assessment, (LIMA). An LMIA states that no qualified Canadian is available to take the role you want to fill for. 7. International Experience Canada, IEC. International Experience Canada, IEC, provides youth with the opportunity to travel and work in Canada. Young people between the ages of 18 to 35 years are allowed to work during holiday vacations in Canada with an open work permit. This category is for you if you don't have a job offer yet. You want to work for more than one employer in Canada. You want to work in more than one location. You'd like to earn some money so that you can travel. Participating countries are Australia, Denmark, Japan, Norway, Taiwan, Austria, Estonia, South Korea, Poland, Ukraine, Belgium, France, Latvia, Slovakia, United Kingdom, Chile, Germany, Lithuania, Slovenia, Costa Rica, Hong Kong, Mexico, Spain, Croatia, Ireland, Netherlands, Sweden, Czech Republic, Italy, New Zealand, and Switzerland. For a few of them, eligibility expires at age 29 or 30. You can use the work experience gathered during a working holiday to apply for permanent residence through the CEC, a federal skilled worker of trades program, or a particular province's skilled worker and semi-skilled worker program.